I say leave it exactly as it is right now, because within 4 or 5 months, it's going to die off and things are going to settle down. But right now, people are interested. I'm glad to see them interested. I'm glad that they are participating and want information. And to charge them more to get it, I think is positively ridiculous.
That is an excellent argument if these requests were coming from Mission residents. They're not.
Well, then I don't care about outsiders. Hell, we can raise that whatever you want. I'm just saying.
But we don't have the option to discriminate.
Okay,
If you read F in the ordinance.
Wait a minute. Let's just take on here everything you got on here, and it says to increase it. But then down here, we've been real kind on the very bottom. Residents is 10 and the other is 25 for non-residents.
That's for fingerprinting.
Okay, that's what I said. You mentioned non-resident. Okay, up here, non-resident want information, charge them for it. I've got no problem with that. Hell, they raise taxes on us when we shop in their cities and do stuff like that, and we have to pay for it. We don't have a say on it, but we should have a say on this.
I don't think we can draw that line of distinction between who requests and who doesn't.
I think we can. See if they're a resident or a non-resident. That's not hard. If you're a resident, you get this rate we've been having for years. If you're a non-resident, it's going to cost you more.
Mr. Scanlon, is this
revision
to this policy intended to be a deterrent to sharing our open records?
It's to actually recoup our cost as we do this work.
Okay.
Recoup our costs for people, if they're residents, they're already paying taxes, they're already paying utilities, they're already paying excise things on all their utilities for the city. We get money from all that. Now we're going to get more from them because they want information about the city. I think it's ridiculous.
If you read number F.
And I don't blame them for being upset when we do stupid things like that.
If you read number
They
F
got a right to be upset.
in the ordinance, which has always been there, any record custodian may waive all or any portion of any inspection or copying fee when in the discretion of the record custodian waivers in the public interest. I would tell you probably 80% of the requests we get for information fall under F, where somebody wants a copy of an agenda, or a Boy Scout that wants a copy of a budget, or a CAFR. So a lot of information we provide, we do so freely and without charge.
You can talk all night to me. I still won't support it. And I'm going to talk about it.
Providing free information?
Beg your pardon?
Providing information for free?
It's not free. We already got a fee on here that we're charging them.
Read it what it says. It says they can waive any or all of it.
Yeah. Have they waived it? No.
80%.
Are they going to waive it
Yes, we do.
Are you going to waive it for the citizens of Mission then? That's my question to you right now, and I want it in the record. Would you waive all these fees then for the people if they're a Mission resident?
If the city council changes the ordinance and says you're going to waive all the fees, yes.
So it's up to the city council. You damn right.
Correct.
Mr. Andre, you had a question?
I have a couple questions.
Yep.
There was a comment made very quickly in passing, I think by Mr. Scanlon, about the $40 recommended fee as in terms of inspection of record. You said something about having to sit down.
Right.
Can you clarify, can you explain what that is?
Yeah.
They want
Where's my check?
a request for all information defined as correspondence, reports, analysis related to the TIF portion of the Gateway Plan. So you pull out all the files and they go through and they look for the pages that maybe they want to copy. They don't want us to copy all of them. They only want certain pages copied.
So you have to be there with them while they do that. That's
Correct.
when the $40 or the $25 rate kicks in.
Because they don't know what they want to copy yet.
Okay, so that rate doesn't kick in simply with you searching your emails on your own or
Correct.
pulling some kind of a file. $40 doesn't apply to that.
Right.
It's only when you have to sit down with them
Correct.
and walk them through or.
Right.
Sometimes they just want to listen to tapes and you have to sit down with them to listen to the tape.
Okay.
However-
That helps me understand what we're actually talking about, because that was not what I interpreted in reading the packet. Secondly, I understand a lot of the open record requests that come to you and Martha, to your department. I don't necessarily understand the requests that go to the police department, so I'd like to ask if there's some recommendations to increase those fees. Can you give me some examples on what we're talking about here? Because I don't know what people would want fingerprinting records or whatever it would be for.
You mean, Chris?
Yes.
what we get downstairs for police records. We're talking about, a lot of times when people have any questions about they were pulled over and reference their traffic stop, they want to get a video of the traffic stop. If they want to get a video of the arrest that's related to an offense report, they want to get a copy of their offense paperwork or their miscellaneous paperwork that was regarding a civil standby or anything along those lines. We get probably, as a ballpark guess, maybe 20, 30 report requests per week. That's just a rough number. They go to the DA's office, they're going to private attorneys, they're going to the citizens. As far as the videos, we probably generate 10, 15 videos per week also for people, which case we're going in to pull the videos from our booking room videos, searching for the video, getting that, go through our mobile vision to get our car videos, and that usually takes 10, 30, 45 minutes, depending on how much research is involved to find out the exact times of when something happened, and then get them exactly what they need.
So the overwhelming majority are probably coming from defendants or attorneys related to these cases?
Yes.
That's where, okay, so people who need to prepare their cases on either side, they're typically coming to you for records. Okay,
Exactly.
thank you, that helps me understand that. Go ahead if you have a question on
And
that.
I would reiterate again, if they're Mission residents, that it ought to, if they're from Missouri or if they're from outside of the Mission jurisdiction, they ought to pay for it. We can devise something much better than this for people that are not Mission residents. I'm trying to protect the people in this city that already pay for all the stuff.
Okay.
They pay all these salaries that we're talking about here that takes time to do. Them's tax dollars at work. And that's all I'm saying. If out of state or out of county, yeah. Out of the city, different, let them pay to it. I have no problem with that. We can raise it whatever we want to raise it to. But let's leave alone what the city people get here for Mission, those people. And this will die off, believe me. This will die off, it'll slow down, and then, yeah. But I'm tickled to death they're interested in doing it.
Me too.
Okay.
I have a third question, Mike,
Yes.
and it deals with section F that you were related to or referred to. Is there any, I don't know how to ask this, but is there any legal restrictions on how we can and cannot apply F that would get us into trouble? Or I don't know. It's pretty loosely written, so I don't
Right.
know.
I mean, here's an example of a request that I got, a relevant one. City Administrator of Roland Park says, I know that there's a gateway analysis that's been done. Do you have a copy of it? Can I have a copy of it? Now, I could have charged him 25 cents times 50, or I could say, well, I've got a digital version of it here. I'll just send it to you, which is what I did. So I applied F. I would assume it's in the public interest. It's a public document. They can come make it. I could formalize a record request that they would have to make, but
Yeah. So do we have any, do we keep records on how many requests we get and how many of the times we apply F and don't apply F?
no. I'll just tell you that we're giving out, we give out a lot of information, and 80% is probably too low.
Okay, so it's, you would estimate it's at least 80% that F
Yes.
applies to.
Yes.
The minority A applies to, or you charge the rates in that.
Since I've been here 8 years, I've only had one person come in and inspect